few pieces because lately, more toward the, okay. So I put together a few pieces because my thoughts lately have been working toward the role of anger in a spiritual life. And to start with, I started out with the view on anger that many people of my generation did, and were based on the wise words of George Lucas. Through the mouth of Yoda, fear leads to anger leads to hatred, and hatred leads to suffering. Which, if you listen to your movies with an even vaguely discerning ear, is a pretty wise teaching. The Star Wars franchise has a lot of Buddhism buried into it. But I've been working it, and the next quote is from a reading from Al-Anon in their daily readings literature. I've specifically been working this from the perspective of this particular writer. She or he said that, actually she, when I came to Al-Anon, I didn't feel. When I lost a job, I said, no problem, I can take it. When we had a child, I said, no big deal, it's just another day. Nothing moved me at all. It was like being dead. My Al-Anon friends assured me that I did have feelings, but I had lost touch with them through years of living with alcoholism and denying any hint of anger, joy, or sorrow. As I began to recover, I began to feel, and it was very confusing. For a while, I thought I might be getting sicker than ever because the feelings were so uncomfortable. But my Al-Anon friends assured me that this was just part of the process. I was ready to experience feelings, and the discomfort did pass. Slowly, I became more whole. As long as I kept them trapped inside me, my feelings were painful and poisonous secrets. When I let them out, they became expressions of my vitality. Today, I will stop from time to time to see how I feel. Perhaps the day may bring joy or perhaps sadness, but either will remind me that I am very much alive. And the quote from that day's reading was from Khalil Gibran. I would not exchange the laughter of my heart for the fortunes of the multitudes, nor would I be content with converting my tears into calm. It's my fervent hope that my whole life on this earth will ever be tears and laughter. But that didn't speak to all of it. So I was looking around for more quotes, and I found one that spoke to another piece of it. And it was a quote from Buddha. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It's a great quote. And it was great for my anger because I discovered it's a fake quote, which really pissed me off. I did a little more digging and I found out that the original Buddhist statement that's closest to that is, hatred is like a poison which you inject into your veins before injecting it into your enemy. It's throwing cow dung at another. You dirty your hands first before you dirty another. So it basically is similar, but not quite the same. Hatred is sticky, and you'd better be careful before you handle it. But there was still more. So I found the next one I found was from Thomas Westover in a writing called Anger Management. Never feeling anger might be just as unhealthy as experiencing excessive anger. A healthy level of anger means that we have a sense of right and wrong, that we know when we're being treated unfairly, and that we're willing to stand up for ourselves when we experience injustice. When channeled in a healthy and productive way, anger can help us overcome barriers to our success and well-being. And that had a lot to it. and the cap, which reminded me that this is not new with me, and that I'm not going to come up with any particularly new insights and new answers on this one, was a quote from Aristotle, which I checked is actually real. Anybody can become angry. That's easy. But to be angry with the right person, and to the right degree, and at the right time, and for the right purpose, and in the right way, that is not within everybody's power, and is not easy. Namaste.